and you just say, why, and you almost feel like it's something that you did wrong, like you didn't protect them or you didn't guide them enough, you didn't show them enough, but as you know, Brandon, as you're learning, Lisa, I did everything I can to protect these kids in the city. In Chelsea, when I was working at the daycare center, I made sure that my kids wasn't labeled the Project Chelsea kids. No, not my kids. You're not going to let them sit there and do nothing all day. We are going to teach these kids. They are going to leave here knowing something. There's no way, I would get on these teachers. We could do A, B, and C, but chop. We're here for these kids. Get off that phone. That's not what we're doing. We're not just sitting here babysitting. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure these kids eat. We're going to, these kids were there from 8 in the morning, some of them, traveling from Brooklyn, the Bronx, there until 6 in the evening. That's a long day for these babies. I've trained many kids, potty trained, but it takes a village. It takes a village. And that's what we had back then, was a village. Because growing up, we was a very tight-knit community. And everybody's mother knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody. When they said Dees, when they said Van Leuven, he was like, damn it, I got caught. You had Miss B out there, Miss Rogers out there, my mother, my sisters. You took them by the collar. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It wasn't like, wait, I'm going to tell your mother. No, I'm going to get you and take you to your mother, and this is what's going to happen. So we were very, very close back then.
I feel like the rules were different back then.
Yes. I mean, these kids now, they suck their teeth, they do this, they tell you, if we blinked our eyes, right, Brandon? We were in trouble. We had the utmost respect for everybody. The utmost respect.
What do you think has changed, or what do you think has caused that shift to happen?
Well, definitely now, this is a totally different world. So many parents, don't have the connection that we had back then. Like I said, it took a village. And without that village, we wouldn't have been okay. Like I said, when my mother worked at the Hudson Gill, if you needed to bring your kid, if your kid needed to go there at 3 o'clock and stay there till 7, 8 o'clock, it was okay. You sat in the lobby, mommy gave you some food, and you did what you had to do until your parent came. Now we don't have the village, and this world is so different, and I can't blame the kids, because you gotta be tough in this world. It's a tough world, and you have to show them. Like we was discussing, you wanted to homeschool your kids. I said, I understand that, and that's all good. But Lisa, you also have to show them this cruel world, that everybody is not like us and gonna give them and protect them. They gotta learn to protect themselves. That's why me and my babies, we went away for the whole summer, because I didn't have a camp for them. The camps that were available, the kids stay outside from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I don't want my kids outside all day in that heat. So the best next thing, God is good, and I was able to take them away for the summer. And it got to be with family.
Oh, the intro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, B, you got this one.
We got a lot of that. Is this one's on? You got it on? All right. Welcome to another episode of the Fraternity Podcast. I'm here with a very, very, very special guest. This is family to me. Vicki has played a major part in my life and many other young people's lives in the community. And we're here to tell her story, a very special story, a very heartfelt story, one that is going to make you feel at ease, at peace, and understanding the importance of community. So let's get into it.
Beautiful.
We did say a lot too. Yeah. But we'll do the editing, so don't worry about it. We go back to our conversation.
Just keep on talking. Do your thing.
So I want to talk about these projects. Like I don't. You think over in your head. Why? Why are you tearing down perfectly good buildings?
Yeah.
Why? Where are these people going? You're promising them a tree and a leg. They're not going to get anything. They're starting with the senior center. How crazy is that? But then it comes back to the Gill. I don't want to, you know, because I got a sour taste in my mouth. But the Gill is allowing this. You know, of course, everybody's hands are tied, but they're getting a whole new, brand new building behind this. So, of course, what are they going to do? They're going to take their brand new building, which is wrong. And I don't know, just for what I see and for what I hear, what is the Gill doing for our kids nowadays? When I was there, we did everything. There was days I didn't get paid, but I was down in that gym, hanging out with them, teaching them sewing. I had Elliot, all the boys sewing. We was doing arts and crafts, you name it. Everybody came to my class. I had full attendance. And that's why they hired me, to be truthfully, because I brought them in. You know, you don't want them out in the street. There's nothing out there for them. You know, so my heart breaks. You know, I have 2 family members that are gonna be, I'm gonna say homeless, because that's the way I look at it. They keep saying, oh, don't worry, we're gonna tear this building down and put these people there and then bring them back here. We all know, Avenues. I was still working when Avenues proposed to us, and they said, you know, if you sign a petition and you let us build this school, a certain amount of Chelsea kids are gonna go there.
I remember that.
Well, all I know is one kid was Rosa,
Yeah.
and nobody else got accepted into that school. So it's false pretense, but you know, people want so much, and you know, they want a better life, and they just get so gullible and take it in. Those people in the center there, in the senior center, they signed waivers that they didn't know what they were signing.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And you know, a lot of them have to be put out. And they're talking about 90 days.
Is this even, I mean, it's probably up to 40 something now. I would think, maybe even 50
You got blind people, people without family, like, where you, like, okay, they said they're gonna put them in, you know, empty apartments. But there's not but so many apartments, and it's not equipped for them. I've been in those buildings, I've been in those apartments, and everything is equipped for them.
So here's the interesting thing that comes up for me, like, not only what you were sharing with us, but also Brandon's introduction of you, is that you have such a valuable role in the soul of our community, but just the soul of what community means. And so when something's able to come in, a change, and it's a change that could further divide the community, that must mean that the community is weaker, right? That must mean that there's, like, if this project was proposed when your squad was doing its thing, who knows what kind of energy would have been given at that time, right? Because it was so collective. Right. So my question to you is kind of what I was saying earlier, like, when you think about the stage of our community right now, especially for us as like the 30-year-old generation, like, what do you feel our call to action is to build that web again? So this is one reason why I did agree to this, because my hat goes off to you guys. You know, and I sat and reflected on myself the last 2 days, and I don't think I've done enough, you know, to keep this community together. But it's so rough. You know, you walk down the street and you knew everybody. Now nobody knows nobody, and it's scary. So, you know, I used to be able to say to a little kid, hey, come here, you know, what are you doing, this and that. Now I don't even say nothing to nobody. I keep my head down and I keep going. Those that I know, I make sure that, you know, hey, I remember you. Whether you're picking out my garbage or you're doing this or doing that, I still respect you. And nobody walks in nobody's shoes. So I'm not here to judge nobody. But this is where you guys come in, and I told you the other day, you guys are doing phenomenal
phenomenal. That block party, when I saw it on Facebook, yo, I lit up. I showed my whole family. I told them what you guys were about. I brought sweatshirts to Big Rich, and he was like, yeah. You know, I brought one to Henry, and Jason and all of them was like, where's mine? I was like, look, I bought 4 of them, that's it. You know, y'all got to give me some money, you know. So, I mean, my hat goes off to you guys, and I pray that, you know, the thing you do on Sundays, you know, my kids look forward to that.
We
and
used to go out there,
like that field is not even ours no more.
I know.
You know, which is a shame, and I'm so glad that you guys are able to get a permit for that. That used to be our backyard. When it snowed.
That's actually what we called it. We called it our backyard.
Yes,
that was
when
our
it
initiative.
snowed, it was like, run! And I got a picture where I dug Dolores down, and E.G. and Michelle jumped on top of me. You know, I mean, that was the days, you know. And it's just, it's scary. You know, you look in these parks, the park on 26th Street, the St. Columba Park. What's going on there? I passed by there today, and I was like, these young kids, you know, doing what they do, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's a children's park. But you can't say nothing to them either. You know, that's the scary part that you would like to. I would love to go up and have a conversation with them. But
I want to say something too. You say you didn't. You may feel like you haven't done enough, but I want to tell you personally. I guess I haven't had a chance to actually tell you this, but I'm a reflection of what you've poured into these children. You know, I'm just one of the examples of what you did, and I just want to personally say thank you for not just being an aunt, but being a leader in my life. You know, someone that was always positive, but real at the same time. And I think a lot of the times now we lack that. And, you know, I just want to tell you personally, I appreciate you, everything that you've poured into us. You know, every conversation, always making sure we stayed out of trouble. We had, and we also had a sense of fear too, like, you know, like, you know, I mean, we gotta chill. We acting like this.
Like,
coming around, so
don't do it now. Do it when I don't see y'all, because this is not 100%. The right thing. If you could explain yourself and why you're doing it, okay, then let's see it. No, you know, and it's just, you know, but like I said, I didn't continue it because I got that sour taste from the Gill, and I just closed.
And you're not the only one. They've done that to many people.
I've closed down. And unfortunately, I haven't been back there, which that's my home.
100%.
That's your home.
That's
our home. That's not their home. Who you think you is? You come in here and you get a paycheck. That's all. You don't care about us. You know, and that's not cool. That's a community center. You know, who goes
a major
there
shift
now?
happened at a certain point, you know.
Come on, man. That was the place to be.
Homework help.
Yes, everything. Yes.
Everything in there.
When we were growing up, we had what they call study den. We did essays. Dolores won a trophy. We had pottery. My mother did cooking class. I mean, there was times where Antonio said, oh, you only got $10 for this cooking class. All right, whatever. Put my little bit of money in there. And the thing was, we had a meal. We had a meal. Oh, just why you cooking a whole meal? Because my kids is hungry. We ain't gonna just do some little biscuits or some French fries. I ain't gonna get them here for that. We doing a whole meal. You know, and that's what we did, and it was the best times of my life.
So what I'm hearing from you is that, like, and again, like, I've only known you for a little bit, but what I'm hearing is you're this beautiful woman who never hesitated to give, right? It's like the moment you saw, and I think that's why the tears choked up when you felt there's a part of me I've pulled back from, right? So it's like you've never hesitated when you felt I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna see something, I'm gonna do something, and it's like that room, I have everything I need. I'm gonna figure out how to make a whole meal. Don't you worry. Just And so, like, you at that time where you were moving through that energy, you had access. Right. You had access. If you needed a room, you had a room. If you needed a kitchen, you had a kitchen. If you needed a gym, you needed a gym. If you needed a park, you needed a park. The access was there, and then the connection was there.
Yes.
The connection was there.
Yes.
But also the connection was there because you gave yourself the green light to just be it. Right?
Right.
And so I'm wondering, like, what is it about what we've evolved into? Or I don't know if we call it evolved.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Evolved is like progress, but
Yeah.
what we've turned into where that green light is like yellow.
Right.
Like we give ourselves, like the block party was magnificent.
Right.
But the truth is, if everything is just the festivals and not just coming to the back park
Right.
and gathering,
Right.
and not just like, all right, we can't do it, we don't have the kitchen and grill, but Ray got a grill.
Right.
Come on, we got cooking class right here.
Exactly.
That's the type of energy that allows community to build.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Yeah.
Because other
right.
things are grounded in monetary access.
Right. Everybody's looking for the handout, looking for the money. No,
Yeah.
we can't.
Versus just being.
Right, just
doing it.
giving.
Just
Yeah.
But then we understand why we can't just give. You know, sometimes.
Speak on that for a little bit.
You know, like here, I don't know how you guys got this connection, but you know, if somebody came off the street and said, yo, you know, I'm doing a broadcast and, you know, I would like to use this space, and, you know, they just can't let everybody,
Right.
you know, but you guys know the channels to go through, how to get through. They probably see that you're for the good, you know, and unfortunately everybody, but like you said, Ray got a grill. Let's do some cooking.
Let's do some
I'm
cooking.
down. You know?
I think we're gonna do it. That'd
Yes,
be fun.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things we take for granted that, you
Yeah.
know, like when we was cooking,
Yeah.
we had to look up recipes.
Yeah.
We, you know, I would do it just because, you know, how hot is the chicken supposed to be? Is the chicken well done?
Yeah.
We got one bag of fries.
Yeah,
There's
the
10 of us.
details.
How many fries we all gonna get?
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, it was about eating to me
Yeah.
because my babies are gonna eat.
Yeah.
But because I worked for the Guild, I had to give an explanation why we did it, what did they get out of it, and this and that. They got love out of it. That's what they got. And that was the most important thing.
It is the most
they
important
got
thing.
love.
It is the most
You know,
important thing,
and that's always my motto. That's still my motto. You know, I'm always willing to help somebody. You knock on my door, you can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when we were doing the Our Backyard on Sundays, every week, Vicki, I call her Vicki now, Victoria, Vicki would bring so many things to hand out to the children. And they're like, yo, she's stacked, don't worry. And every week she's bringing out
they
things for people to
hungry.
take home.
Yeah, like today I have 5 kids. So I brought pizza, we had bananas, and we had strawberries. And the one little girl said, why you buy us pizza all the time? I said, because you guys are coming out of school, you're hungry, you're not gonna be home for another 2 hours. It's just a little something to keep you over.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you speak on, so like when you are a person that gives in this way, I feel like you must have a certain level of faith, right? Because like, I'm gonna take whatever's in my pocket, I'm gonna put it in, having faith that I'm gonna have some way to handle tomorrow, right? And I ask from a personal place because I'm at this transition point with my own community building where I feel like I want to make sure people are poured into monetarily for what they do, but you can't only do things through monetary access. And so I'm just curious at how
My
do you...
thing is, the more you give, the more you get. And I could tell you, like I told you, I was pushed out, but I was ready to retire, and that was a good thing. I'm making more money now than I was doing when I was working, and I'm happier. All the co-op people use me. Everybody loves me. They don't see me as an old lady. You know, I'm gonna be 68 on the 29th.
Bless you.
But
Hey.
you know, they
Good.
trust their kids with me.
As
Yeah.
they should.
You know, and I feel what you give, you get back. And God has blessed me enough that I can give. And I tell people that, don't thank me, thank God that I have it to give to you. Because if I didn't have it, I couldn't give it to you. I could give you my love and whatever I have in the house and help you here or there.
Yeah.
But I'm blessed. I am blessed.
Was there ever a time in your life where you felt you didn't have that momentum? Where you kind of...
Yeah, you know, when you're a giver, there's a lot of takers. And sometimes you just get like, come on, man.
Yeah.
you know, I did all of this for you, and this is the thanks I get, you know, and you just have to self-seek and, you know, just try to surround yourself with the people that are going to be there for you and know that are good for you. You know, you don't have to like them if you love them, but you got to pull yourself back. And as my mother used to say, you treat them with a long spoon. And, you know, that goes for family, that goes for close friends, everybody. You know, you got some people that see your giver and they cherish you and they thank you, and then other people see it as, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with her because she's gonna play for the meal. And it's just not fair. But they having their own things to go through. And you pray that they don't see people like that or they come out of that funk.
So you have a very big family.
Yes.
And one thing about the family is that it's very close, extremely close. Can you speak about the importance of family and keeping the family close? So, my mom and dad, I meant to bring pictures to you. I wanted to show you the comparisons. I'll show you next time. When my mom retired from the Hudson Gill, we had a photographer. We had it down in the gym. Henry and them were all little, the whole family, and you could just see the difference from the white party. Like this, they like this, and I'm gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna send you both a picture of it. So we were taught in our family, we didn't have a lot of friends. We had family. So we had all the gatherings were at our house. All our friends could come to our house. Everybody was welcome. There was always a big pot of soup, something on the stove. My mom and dad didn't know how to cook for just a little bit of people. Even when the kids were out the house, it was always big, you know? So they can come on New Year's. We would have to celebrate New Year's with the whole family in the house. And then if you were old enough to go out, you can go out, but not until
after midnight.
Until after midnight. Christmas was at Mommy's house. And that was our staple. That was our glue, was my mom and dad. Everything was at their house. Easter was at their house. Thanksgiving was at their house. We set a big table in the living room, and you know, we ate. And you know, Christmas, we were poor, but you couldn't tell it on Christmas. I don't know where Daddy got the money, but those presents came up to here, all the way out there. And you know, so we're talking about 13 of us, and each one of my brothers and sisters had at least 4 kids, right? And now they got kids. We got 4 generations now. And we may bicker and fight, but when it hits the fan, we are there like this for each other. And that's a good thing. You could agree to disagree. And that's what we do. We don't, because there's too many of us. Everybody's not going to be at the same place at the same time. You know, I may be in this kind of mood, they're in that kind of mood. And you understand that, you know? So family, FOE.
FOE,
over everything.
Yeah,
we all got this, Brandon.
Yeah.
When we went to Miami.
Oh, wow.
All of us got this. Henry, everybody, Jason.
That's fire.
Yes.
That's fire.
And we were going to get FOE, but I ain't going to tell you what the night was like. We was like, all right, just put this on. We'll come back tomorrow. Henry, we had to carry him to the room.
Oh, I bet.
You know, he's a lightweight. The bar was open. The next day, my niece had made, the giveaways was hangover packages. It had Alka-Seltzer in it. It had, you know,
like
all that.
Yeah.
So Henry said, I don't know. I woke up and I dug in my pocket and I said, oh, this is what I need. I don't even know where I got it from. Yo, Brandon, to tell you, he's the funniest ever.
Oh, man.
He's the one. That was one of our first nephews.
Okay.
One of our first.
Henry.
Yeah.
The oldest.
Yes. So, but yes, family is everything to us. Everything.
I think as we come to a close, and this has been wonderful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Keep up the good
everything
work.
that you've done. All right, we appreciate you for everything that you've done.
God bless. Thank you.
One of the truths I heard is that some of the most impactful moments in a child's life is between birth to 7. And it sounds like you were essential in so many children's lives in our community that are now adults, that are now parents. And I thank you. I thank you for you poured into, I'm gonna say us, all of us.
Yes, I appreciate you guys.
So, from the words of Vicki, what is one thing you would love to tell everybody from the bottom of your heart? What's one message you would like to give?
Look out for each other, guys. Be there for each other. Listen to everybody's story. Do not judge the next person. Nobody walked in nobody's shoes. Just because I'm not smiling, you don't know why I'm not smiling. Just say, hey, love you, and keep going. You know, if I'm smiling, say, yeah, hey, she's smiling. You know, you just never know. Hang in there. Take care of Chelsea, guys. Take care of Chelsea.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys.
I appreciate it. I
You
appreciate
did
it. Wow.
great.
I love you guys.
No, come here.
Help Auntie.
I got you, girl. Come on. Oh, wow. Thank you.
God bless you
Yeah,
guys.
of course.
God bless. Don't get too cold.
I love that idea.
Yeah, and Ray will love it
He
too,
would love
because he think he a cook.
Oh, a picture, yeah. For
yeah.
sure. Come on.
Y'all should